So I'm doing something today that I never thought I would do. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday and she loves banana pudding. So I decided to make something that I'm allergic to. I'm allergic to bananas, but I wanted to do this for her because she misses how her grandmother used to make it. So I did a step-by-step tutorial so you guys can see how I made it, and I hope you like this video. But it came out so nice. So this is the finished product. So let's get started on how I made it. So first, let's start with the ingredients. I have the vanilla wafers, the French vanilla pudding, the Cool Whip, 6 bananas, the condensed milk, and also some unsweetened almond milk. And that's like great because that's my daughter's favorite. So I chopped up 6 bananas. It looks like a lot. I was told 7 for the instructions, but it was actually 6 bananas. And then after I get the bananas chopped up, just set them to the side. And that's when you start with your first bag of vanilla wafers. You're just going to layer the bottom of a pan. And I used a like lasagna pan because it was better for me. So I went ahead and layered them. Make sure you try to get them as even as possible. So once you do that, set that out of the way. Then you're going to start layering with your bananas. So have that kind of close because everything is going to go really fast. And this was such an easy recipe. You don't have to do any baking. You don't really have to do too much measuring. The only measuring I did was with the making and filling. So with that, you're going to go ahead, as you can see here, I'm just make sure I'm evening out the amount of bananas I'm putting down and making sure everything is like evenly laid out and nothing is really lumpy and you got enough bananas in each area. So just make your top layer. The first layer is the cookies. The second layer is the bananas, and just distribute them out evenly. Use a chopping board. It's easier on a chopping board. I wouldn't use a plate or anything like that. So it's much easier if you have a chopping board and go ahead and just start layering. So I was trying to rush a little bit because my daughter was out getting her nails done, and I'm trying to do this as a surprise before she got home. So I didn't know how long it would take me, but just getting through this, I was like so surprised that it took me like, I swear, if I had already chopped up everything, it would only took me like 10 to 15 minutes just doing it. I went a little slow because I just want to make sure I got it right the very first time because I've never made this before. So, and I know a lot of you out there are probably saying you can make this with your eyes closed, but now I can because it's such an easy recipe. So now that we have the bananas in there, you're going to start with the first filling because you're going to be making 2. So you start with your French vanilla pudding and you're just going to put that in one bowl first. Once you get that in the bowl, this is funny because I had a bad experience with this. That's the one thing I messed up doing this recipe. It called for 2 things of milk, 2 cups of milk. I should have known that it was too much. So I started with 1. I messed it up. It was too watery. So I always buy extra. I had bought an extra pack of jello pudding. So I had to do a whole other bowl. So see all this? This is 1 cup of milk. I put 2 in, and it just was not, the consistency was runny and watery. And as you can see my face, I should have stopped doing that. Just follow your first instinct. When I looked down, I said, this is not right. The first time I poured, I should have stopped. So I poured in another cup of milk, and it just, you see how it went? So I did another one. This is the second one I did. I just put like half a cup of milk, and it came out so perfect. This is exactly the way you want your pudding mix to look when you get that. So I just used the handheld beater. The handheld one is just so easy to use. And now I'm going to show you like what the consistency should look like. So if you have it look like that, that's perfect. Perfect. And it smells so good. So once I did that, grab another bowl. I don't know why I use this bowl, but again, I had not prepared for that because I had my 2 bowls that I got out, but I messed up one of the mixtures, so I had to just grab the nearest thing to me. So the Philadelphia cream cheese, I just put this in a bowl. So this is the next filling that you're going to be making. You're just going to put that. I'm struggling a little bit with the package. I should have just pre-cut it. So you're just going to add all of this into one bowl, and you're going to start making your second filling. Okay, once you get that in the bowl, you're going to reach for your condensed milk. And I've never used condensed milk when I'm cooking. I don't know, I always use regular milk, and it was disturbing to me a little because I'm like, why is it coming out like it's pudding? I did check the date and it was perfect. It's just that that's how it came out. It still it tastes amazing, and I did test the date. But looking at the lady's recipe that I followed, hers just came out perfectly like milk. But I don't know why I used a knife, but if you can, use a spoon to get the rest of it out. I just want to make sure I got all the goodies out of the inside. Once you get that in there, you're just going to mix these two together. So that's the Philadelphia cream cheese and the condensed milk. Once you get that in there, sweetened condensed milk. So I got it from Kroger. Mix everything together. Everything together. Once you mix it all together, just make sure you get a good consistency. It's like going to be a little fluffy. And once you combine all of that together, then you're going to follow one more step. You're going to put the whipped cream, all of your whipped cream in there. Just put as much as you want to put in there. If you want it really, really creamy, then you use a lot. But I use almost the whole container. So what you're supposed to do is fold it over. So I got original Cool Whip. You can fold it over. Don't stir it. Just start folding it. You don't stir it at this point. You just want to start getting that mixture all over the whipped cream. Get it combined really good. So what I had to do is I had to switch to a different bowl because this was too small. This is my salad bowl. But I was, like I said, I was trying to reach for the nearest thing because I wasn't prepared for me to make that filling so watery. So I used up my bowls that I had put out in front of me. So you see, I'm just folding it and folding it and folding it until I get it to a good consistency. And then I just couldn't take it anymore. So I went and grabbed a bigger bowl. So I'm showing you how it should look. I got a bigger bowl, put everything inside of there. Then I was able to use the rest of my whipped cream that I had off to the side and just continue. At this point, you're going to add that first filling that you made with the pudding. Now that goes in here. Once you get all of that pudding into this bowl with your cream you just made, then you're going to start to blend it. So use your handheld blender and just blend this all together. At this point, some of it popped up on my face. I wasn't wiping my nose. It popped up on my face, so I had to try it. So this was just such an easy recipe. So I just want you out really almost done. There's no baking or anything. When I tell you this pudding was so good, when I got done placing it on top of bananas, I had to place the bananas in the bowl. A mess. And when I tell you that filling, I could have ate that filling just like that. Put some cupcakes or something, or put it on top, or put it in something. But it was amazing. So now you're going to get to your last box of vanilla wafers. And that's why you have two. So this one, you're going to take about a handful and put them to the side. So I grabbed a little bowl and I took a handful out and put it to the side. And that's about really all you need. That was a perfect amount. Set that to the side. And what I did was I grabbed that's my handy drawer. So I got a Ziploc bag. Once you get the Ziploc bag out, you just put all the cookies that you have left, the vanilla wafers, in the Ziploc bag. So that's a convenient way of doing it if you don't want to, have a mess. And you're going to crush that up because that's going to be your crust on top of your pudding. So I got my trusty rolling pin out, and that's what I'm going to be using is my rolling pin. So that's like within arm's reach, right next to me. All this, I love my kitchen. Everything I need is right there. So I grab my rolling pin and I just commit to crushing the cookies. So crush them as much as you can because you want to get them really, really small, like crumble size. Once you do that, you can do it on each side or you can roll it over the bag. But I just chose to just beat it on both sides. And this came out perfect. I didn't have to. Some people might use their fist and beat it up, but I think the rolling pin was perfect for this. So as you can see, it's all crumbled up. The next step you're going to do is start pouring that mixture over the top, the whipped cream mixture. I can't talk. Pour it over your bananas right on top of that. And make sure you just even it out. Make it really, really even. Once you have everything out of the bowl, nice and even, then you're just going to start smoothing it out. See, I was trying to get everything out of there. Like I said, it's my first time making it. I just wanted it to be perfect. And it came out way better than I could have even dreamed I would make it. I thought I was going to mess it up, but it came out perfect. If you follow these steps, it's so easy. It's just so easy. There's no way you can mess it up. I don't know why I was nervous. So I had big shoes to fill because my daughter's grandmother, I guess, well, she made the best banana pudding to my daughter. She just loved it. So I just wanted her to have something that was like really something that she's been waiting for a long time. And I just want to make sure I didn't mess it up and destroy her thoughts on it. But anyway, I smoothed it out, made it really, really nice and smooth. See how I did that? Nice and smooth. Look at that. Just like icing. You just layering it out. And nothing fell over the sides. It was just perfect. I cannot complain about this recipe. Now the last step you're going to do is grab those cookies that you crushed. And you're just going to go ahead and start sprinkling them on the top. So it's just like you're decorating a cake. You're just sprinkling them all on the top. I used almost the whole bag. A lot of toppings that I've seen or other ones were not this much, but I mean, use as much as you want. It depends on what you want, how you want it to be. I was trying to make it so my daughter could take it to work for her co-workers. So I wanted it to look professional. I wanted it to look nice. I wanted it to look good, delicious. And when she saw it, she just was like, Mom, oh my gosh. She thought that I bought it. And I told her, I said, I made this before you came in the house. So that's how good it looks. So as you can see, I'm just laying all those crumbs on top of your filling. Just lay it there. Keep like spreading it out as much as you want. Don't let anybody tell you how much you can use. I use, like I said, almost the whole bag, and it just looks so good. I'm just gonna make this one day for somebody, even though I'm allergic to bananas. As long as I'm not eating them, the smell wasn't too overwhelming. It didn't bother me. So who knows? Maybe growing out of them. But after you get it on top, you're just gonna go ahead and just make sure everything is laid out evenly. And remember those cookies, that handful of cookies that we laid to the side? You just put them on top. Perfect. It came out so perfect. So this is what you're using them for. You're just going to lay a couple cookies on top. And exactly the amount that I had was perfect. I even put a few on the sides, like dug them down in the sides. So, you know, you take a spoonful, you want to have at least a full cookie. So this is what I used it for. So there you have it. This is the full recipe. I was done. This recipe takes about 10 to 15 minutes to make if you already pre-prepare everything. So there you go. There's my recipe for my banana pudding. And I hope you guys enjoyed this recipe. And I hope you'll make it yourself because it's a 1, 2, 3 step. That's all. Hope you enjoyed it.